1988 BMW M5. So this came into the UK in 2018, imported by the current owner, so showing no previous owners. Obviously fully UK registered now. It came from the US. If you check the description, we'll detail what we know about where it was in the US exactly, and it's any history we have on it from then, and then obviously it's UK history as well. The US cars, slightly different from the UK cars. They had 4 headlights that look exactly the same, whereas the European models had slightly larger outer headlights, similar to sort of an E30, that sort of stuff. But obviously US, all the same. Now the US cars were also all black, all on those wheels, all with tan leather interior, which is what this one is. We'll go through in the description what we know about the car, where it's been, all that sort of stuff. But for the video, we'll sort of have a look at the bodywork, we'll have a look at the interior, we'll get it started up. We'll start on this front right-hand side corner. Obviously left-hand drive car, being a US car. Obviously correct BMW wheels. It's got Michelin tyres all round. Loads of tread left in there. And the tyres themselves, the wheels themselves, really good. All the centre caps are there. This one, to be fair, is a little bit dirty. We could do with giving it a clean, but we will do that. If we start on this front right-hand side wing, all nice and clean going down there. The arch itself, lovely and solid all the way around. Got a little bit of polish left over there. We'll get rid of that. But inside the arch again, all lovely and clean. Came out of a garage since it's been in the UK, and obviously well cared for in the US as well. Do have a couple of marks here and there on the bodywork. We've got a bit of dust hanging around here and there. We'll get rid of that. So you've got a little bit of a mark in the paint just here, just a bit of a scratch. As you can see there, coming down this door, we've got a small chip just here, and another one just there. Unfortunately, because it's black, you can see more of me than the car, so I apologise for that. Along this sill, it's all lovely and clean all the way down. It's not been jacked up wrong or smashed up a curb. It is worth having a look underneath this car because it is lovely and clean underneath. Really, really good. When it came off the truck, when it got here, along with a few other BMWs, always pop your head underneath it. It's really, really good underneath. Little mark just here on the bottom of the door, on the rear door. A little mark just around the key lock. Obviously it's a 34-year-old black car, so it's going to have the odd mark, but if you look down the side of it, it is lovely and straight. All the panel gaps are good. There's no sign of any corrosion at all. The arches are lovely and solid. Inside the arch, again, lovely and clean. Another matching Michelin tyre. This pillar's all nice and tidy. All the glass is good. A pillar on this side as well is nice. And again, sunroof car. Around the sunroof, lovely and clean. The rest of the roof nice and straight. Just have some swirls and things in the paint. Good polish would make that, well, make it a totally different car, to be fair. 34 years old. It's come over on a boat. It hasn't been polished since. You know, the difference of proper polish, if you know what you're doing, will make a huge, huge difference. Coming around this bumper corner, that's all nice and clean. The tail lights are all nice as well, nice and bright. See the correct exhaust. You can tell the M5 a mile off because the exhaust sits off to one side slightly. Put the camera underneath. And again, you can see just how clean it is. Really, really clean underneath. No sign of any marks on the back end here. The rubber on the spoiler is lovely and soft. It's not dry or cracked. It's not covered in back to black or anything like that. There is a couple of little marks in the paint on where the plastic piece of the spoiler meets the boot lid. It's sort of where it gets slammed by that. That's the first bit that takes the abuse. And again, good polish on the boot lid. There's a couple of swirls here and there, but there's no sort of chips or dents or anything like that. Looking down this side again, you can see lovely and straight all the way down. It's the nice thing about a black car, it does show up ripples and dents. Another good look at the roof from here. This side of the sunroof, all nice and straight. The leading edge on the windscreen's good, around the gutters are really good. Around this rear screen, again, you can get a bit of corrosion normally appearing here. But as you can see on both sides, that's excellent. Nothing at all to complain about there. So going down this driver's side, rear quarter, all nice and clean. Down onto the arch, which is again lovely and solid. Another good wheel, matching Michelin tyre. All the glass on this side, lovely and clear, correct BMW stamped glass. Very small scratch just below the handle on the door there. Have a look at the sill and everything on this side. Again, all lovely and clean all the way along. No sign of any corrosion, no sign of any misuse. And again, underneath, really, really good. Driver's door, we have a very small little mark just there. Other than that, all good. Wing mirror is nice and clean. These seams again, another problem area, but lovely and clean all the way around that windscreen. Front wing, again, the edges on those wings going around are lovely and sharp, lovely and solid all the way around on all 4 arches. And the final matching Michelin tyre. Round onto the front, like I say, US spec headlights. So they're all the same size rather than the outer 2 being larger. The jacking cover and everything, all the tail covers and everything are all present on the front. Fog lights, indicator lenses are all nice and clean. Correct colour stamped ones as well, so they've not been replaced. The bonnet again, a few swirl marks where it could do with a polish. Got a little bit of a mark there, which actually, to be fair, that's coming straight off, so ignore that. It would polish up so well, this car. It looks very good as it is, but it would look fantastic with a good polish. On the interior, again, all the US spec cars were black with this colour interior, which for me is my favourite colour interior on the E28. Oh, seats, they're just fantastic. Really good colour, almost like a caramel colour with a lighter cream stitching. Obviously your M badges and everything on there. Now, electric adjustable seats, so you've got the thigh support, and then you've got headrests, up, down, left, right, all that sort of stuff. Again, which was sort of the flagship at BMW in the day. It has just about every toy on it known to man. But this passenger seat is lovely and clean. There's no sign of any wear at all on it. As you can see, really, really good. Carpet set is all lovely and clean, as you can see. It does have the velour mats as well. The leather trimmed glove box and everything, that's all nice and clean. And more importantly, we do have a torch in there. So that's nice. Normally they've gone walkabouts by now. In the door shuts and everything's good. The inside of the doors are lovely. Doors shut so well as well. No effort at all, just clunk shut properly, just like you'd like. And again, for spec wise, we've got rear electric windows. Ashtrays don't look like they've ever been used, and more importantly, we've got rear heated seats, which is 1988. That was some spec. This rear bench is gorgeous. There's no sign of any wear at all on it. Really, really good. Armrest comes in and out properly. It's not stiff. It's not loose. Parcel shelf. It's all nice and tidy. We've got a couple of marks on that speaker grate, but other than that, all good. Headlining, obviously darker headlining being an M car. Sunroof car, like I said. All lovely and clean. Now there is a couple of boxes full of spare parts that came with this car that we're in the boot. We've pulled them out. Check the description, I'll detail what we've got. But again, in here, all the trim is there. It's all nice and it fits properly. So battery covers and all that sort of stuff. Carpet's nice and clean. We'll get under that to have a look. Obviously, original spare wheel there. And the floor looks lovely and dry. No sign of any moisture. No sign of any corrosion at all. The trim for the bottom of the boot, which normally goes missing, is still there. That's good. And most importantly, first thing you check if you're sad like me, toolkit. So pretty much everything I can see, yeah, everything's there. There's nothing missing there at all. Even the bulbs, they're all still there. Yeah, not a single thing missing from that. So that's 10 out of 10 on toolkit. Round out the driver's side. Again, the interior on this car is so good. Backs of the seats lovely and clean, no sign of any wear. Carpets are lovely and bright. No sign of any dirt trodden into them. The seats themselves, the leather's really good. It's soft, it's not shiny, it's just as you'd want it to be. If we're going to be really picky, there's a tiny little mark in the stitching just there. But again, how much of that would clean out, I don't know. Probably would clean 20-30% better, I would say. This driver's seat, again, no sign of any wear. If you look at these bolsters, really, really good. All the way around. They did have these sort of slight creases in them as standard, to be fair, so that's all good. And all your electric buttons all work as they should. Electric windows. It's got the original stereo. It's got the aircon, which is lovely and cold, which is fantastic. 161,000 kilometers on this car, obviously being a US car. They were kilometers, which I appreciate is kind of odd, but I think in fact actually all the M5s were kilometers. I don't think you got a miles one, but I'll double check and put that in the description. So that's 100,000 miles. I have to excuse some dodgy camera work for a second. There we go. And again in here, like I say, the original M5, 6-cylinder independent throttle bodies. All nice and stock, nice and factory. It's not been messed with. There's no silly hoses, no weird additions. Exhaust manifold and really good looking. Obviously Schwartz black. which was the flat gloss black. Even all the fuses and everything are all nice and clean. This normally dries out and cracks, but it's good. The bottles are good. Even the sound deadening's perfect. We'll get it started up. So there is quite a large pile of spare parts with this car. It's been with us a couple of days now. It starts on the button, idles beautifully, no funny noises or rattles, there's no fluid dropping out the bottom of it, no sign of any steam or smoke or anything coming out the back. Gearbox is lovely and tight, accelerates just like you'd expect, all nice and clean. And again, obviously you've got your check panel, but it's wanting me to check the brake lights, which obviously you do by pressing the brakes. That's happy. No warning lights or anything on the dash. And again, on these, if we hit the check button, they're all in. They go just as you want them to. So there you have it. 1988 BMW M5. Check the description for anything else you might want to know. But if you do have any more questions, please let us know. You can come and view the car in person any day. Just let us know. We'll make sure someone's here for you. If you can't get to us, we can do video calls. We can send more videos, more photos, answer any questions you might have. Please just let us know. Thank you.